In this video, we're going to be going over the pros and the cons, the good and the bad of living in Riverside, California. I'm going to be giving you guys the goods, the bad, the ugly, your desserts, your veggies, everything in between. And if you guys stick around until the end, I'm going to share a market recap of the current real estate market here in Riverside, California. So let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything that there is about living, eating, breathing, playing in Riverside, California, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Riverside, California. Hi, my name is Jonathan. The team and I get calls and emails every single day from people just like you looking to make their move, and we absolutely love it. So whether you guys are moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom one-on-one so we can help you make that smooth move to Riverside, California. So a little bit of information of Riverside, California before I really deep dive into the pros and the cons, right? Riverside does have a population a little bit northward of 330,000 people. It is the most populous city in the Inland Empire and the 12th most populous city in California. Riverside, California, it is a decent city and it's a well-maintained area by the city and the county. So they really take care of Riverside to make sure that it is a pleasing place to live. So they do have a lot of great amenities, a lot of things to do, whether you guys want to go to a little amusement park, whether you guys wanted to go hiking or biking, or you're an outdoor type of person, maybe you wanted to check out some museums, or maybe you wanted to go check out some cool bars. Maybe you want to just have some great food, you know, and different types of cultures of food. All these options are there in Riverside, California. So that's another big plus about Riverside, California. You guys, a third of the nation was losing its population in their counties. A third of the nation was, while, you know, Riverside was ranking number 3 in the fastest growing counties in the nation. For some obvious reasons, I'll point out, well, Riverside is located 50 miles southeast of Los Angeles. And when you're so close to one of the biggest cities in America, and those cities start to get overwhelmed, unaffordable, the cost of living is so high, people start to notice these things and they start to flock where areas are more affordable, the cost of living is a little bit better, and there is more opportunities, and there is a lot of things to do. So a lot of people from Los Angeles, Orange County, and San Diego County, which became the most unaffordable city in the nation, right? When all these people are realizing that, hey, where they're living probably just doesn't make sense financially, or, you know, because they have kids or the schools, whatever the case may be, they're looking at better options. Well, Riverside, California is that better option for them, or Riverside County in general is a better option for them. And so all those people tend to move. So here we are, the third fastest growing county in the nation. So that's just a little need to know about Riverside, California. Now, you guys, let me deep dive into the pros. I'm gonna give you guys your desserts before I give you guys your veggies. So let's get into pro number 1. So the pro number 1 of living in Riverside, California, you guys, it's going to be the affordability. Now, the affordability in Riverside, California ranks a lot better than other similar cities of its size on the state level and the nationwide level. So that's a pretty neat feature to have, that Riverside, California, it is a lot more affordable than the majority of places in the nation of its size. Obviously, when you have places like Los Angeles or San Diego, that San Diego just became the most unaffordable city in the nation, surpassing San Francisco and New York, you might want to look elsewhere to live when it comes to the cost of living and, you know, affordability of houses, or, you know, the gas prices or the food or your goods and services. Whatever the case may be, Riverside, California is really locked on the affordability side. So that's why we're saying that affordability is the pro number 1 of living in Riverside, California. Pro number 2 of living in Riverside, California is going to be the location. Now, the location in Riverside is just in Southern California. It's A1, like A1 sauce. It's so good. Why is it so good, Jonathan? Because you're kind of centrally located in between everything. So you're surrounded by the 3 major counties, in Southern California. You have Los Angeles County, which has a population of over like 10 million. Then you have Orange County, and then you have San Diego County. So all of these tucked up next to Riverside, California. You guys have endless things to do in this general area. So you're not really just stuck in this little inland empire. Within a 2-hour radius, you guys can pretty much do everything and anything that you really want to do, whether you guys want to go, to the desert, or go camp out in the desert, or go up to the mountains, or go play in the snow, or go surfing, right? Or go to Disneyland, or go to Universal Studios, check out sunny San Diego, go to Tijuana, go to a different country. You absolutely can. All those options are there. And so that's a really cool feature of living in Riverside, California. And that's why we're naming location as pro number 2. So the pro number 3 of living in Riverside, California, it is going to be the opportunities. If you are a teacher or an educator, Riverside is one of the best places to get a job. It is actually the highest paid city for teachers in the whole country. So that is a really cool thing to know if you are in the education system. Now, I'm not saying the opportunities are only there for teachers and educators. Also, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to make a business, grow a business, expand, make profits, Riverside, California, it's a great place to be because it was ranked 4th in the nation for small business owners and entrepreneurs to come and to grow and expand. So again, the opportunities are here. And again, I'm not just saying that for entrepreneurs or teachers or educators. That goes for across the board for anything that you really want to do. There's a lot going on here in Riverside, California and Riverside County. Endless of opportunities for jobs. Hey, maybe you want to be a musician, right? Or a singer or an artist. Those options are there as well. Blink-182, Led Zeppelin, all these major big bands and hip hop stars and, rock stars, they were all made from Riverside, California. And so that just comes to show, again, the opportunity is there. And so that's why we're naming that as pro number 3. Now, that's going to finish off all the pros for this video. There's a lot more pros that goes into living in Riverside, California, but I'm going to stop it right there. Those are the 3 biggest ones that you guys should know and would like to know. Now let me give you guys your veggies and let me get into cons. So con number 1, it is going to be the traffic. So living in Riverside means that you do have to constantly deal with heavy traffic. It is actually one of the worst places to drive in California, and it was ranked top 100 in the nation for the worst places to drive. And so that just kind of says a lot right there in itself, right? So the walking transit score in Riverside is a 42, meaning you're probably not going to be walking a whole lot of places, and the city is very car dependent. For obvious reason, it's a very dense suburb with a population over 330,000 people. You guys understand and know why. A third of the population in Riverside, they do commute. So you guys need to know the best routes, right? The best shortcuts, the traffic times, rush hour, all of that and all the in-betweens, because the traffic is just bad. So you do have to plan ahead. If you're planning to be somewhere at a certain time, you got to make sure you plan ahead, put it on your maps, use Waze, whatever the case may be. But that is going to be con number 1. So finishing off all your veggies here, con number 2 is going to be the air quality. Given the proximity to the greater Los Angeles area, you know that it does not help that we are taking some of the pollution from Los Angeles. I'm not saying Riverside doesn't have its own, but with such a close proximity to LA, you know that the pollution is going to get here. The smog is going to get into our air. another quality that doesn't help, it is the California wildfires, right? So during the wildfire season, or the fire season, whatever they call it nowadays, you know that during those times you need to be aware that the air quality is probably not going to be any better, and you do need to track that. You should be on your weather app checking the air quality, especially if you do have kids or you're an outdoor person, right? Because you being out there on those trails, on those mountains, whether you're skydiving on the lake, whatever the case may be, you guys need to be tracking that, because you're going to be inhaling that air quality, which is not good whatsoever. Good thing that our weather of the weather channel on our phones, or the weather app on our phones, does tell us the air index quality that you guys can check at any given time to see what it is out there. Majority of the times, you know, it's not the worst where we can't be outside, but again, it can get bad at times. The air quality is just not the best living in Riverside, given the proximity to LA, the wildfires, and other contributing factors. So being such a populous city in the Inland Empire, that does not help as well. And so that is pretty much all the cons of living in Riverside, California. You guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get into the market recap, so we can really, again, kind of conclude the whole pros and the whole cons, and so you guys can get a great understanding of what Riverside, California does truly have to offer. Market recap time. So you guys, again, I hope you enjoyed all your pros, all your cons, the goods, the bads, the ugly, your guys' veggies, your guys' desserts. Now, overall, Riverside, California is a great place to be. I think definitely that in conclusion, that the pros definitely outweigh the cons. Again, there's a lot more pros living in Riverside, California than there is cons. There is more pros in general, there is more cons in general, but these are the top 5 that are like the need to know, you must know, and you should know. And so again, there's a lot more to it. However, these are the top 5 that I believe, and the market experts believe, that we should share. And so again, not a bad place at all. It's a decent place to live, and it's constantly being worked on, whether it's an infrastructure, whether it's a transportation, whether it's just, you know, the affordability or the housing in general. It's a great place to be. The city and the county are really taking care of Riverside. They're making it really grow. And it's just so awesome of all the things that you guys can do and all the things that Riverside has to offer. And so with all that being said, you guys, thank you very much for watching Living in South California.